I led an uprising in the women's section of my Iraqi synagogue when I was 14. What happened was that these three big burly men with huge booming voices kept bringing in the Ashkenazi songs, the songs of the Jews from Central and Eastern Europe. And this is amidst an environment where people were not teaching their kids our heritage, and it was on the verge of being lost forever. And I was 12 when this started. It happened 3 years in a row. And when you're 12 in Orthodox Judaism, you get shoved in the back of the synagogue behind a 4-foot wall. And so I didn't have a lot of power in that situation, in the sense that there I am in the back of the synagogue, not in a position of leadership, but I would literally be hanging over the mechizah, the wall, and singing at the top of my lungs, trying to outsing these three men, with me singing the Iraqi songs and them singing the Ashkenazi songs. Now, Iraqi Jews are characteristically non-confrontational, so the old Iraqi men would just remove their sulfit, their prayer shawls, put it in a bag, have a sad look on their face, and go home. The third year this happened, when I was 14, was what I call the moment of my feminist consciousness, because for the first time in my life, I stopped looking ahead in front in the men's section. You know, I looked there with like anger and resentment. I should be up there. I should be leading. It's not okay that I'm shut out because I'm a girl. And for the first time, I turned around and looked behind me. Now, usually the women annoyed me because they came in, they just talked. But the reason they came in, they just talked, was because nobody taught them the songs. So I went up and down the women's section, singing the Iraqi songs, and I chose the Simchat Torah songs that were really easy to follow. And it's like the women's section woke up. And as I went up and down, more and more and more women started singing these songs. And it got to the point that we drowned out the whole men's section. And those three burly men in particular got really mad. And like everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? And as we drowned them out, I crossed over into the men's section, which is never done. And I walked up onto the Taba, and I confronted them, and I confronted the rabbi, and I said, this is the only Iraqi synagogue that we have. You have like 20 Ashkenazi synagogues in this town. If you want to sing these songs, go there, but do not bring them in here. This is the only Iraqi synagogue that we have. And with that, I went back in the women's section, and all hell broke loose, because I brought to the surface tensions that had been brewing in the synagogue for years. Anyhow, so this is a special holiday for me for a lot of reasons, and I will be teaching these songs that I led in the Women's Uprising in my upcoming event called Don't Drop the Torah.